Okay, welcome to attend today's online webinar focusing on studying in the UK. And I think first of all, let me guide you through our institution portal first, because in this case, you can know what kind of providers in UK we can recruit students. Yeah. So in our institution portal, you can select United Kingdom. And then in the sector part, you can select university. And then you can see quite a long list of UK universities or colleges we can do. And you can see here the territory. If it is indicate as a global icon, then it means we can recruit globally. And if it has like a list of flags, then you can know which country that we can recruit students from. So most of the UK universities we can recruit globally, but some it has specific territory limitations. Yeah. So if you hasn't got the login details for our institution portal, feel free to contact us and we will send you by email or social chat. Okay, yeah, so let's start our training officially now. So first of all, why UK? As many of you know, that UK has a very good reputation in terms of its academic. Yeah, so both University of Oxford and University of Cambridge have long history, over 800 years. Okay, so some other universities like University of St. Andrews, Durham University, University of Glasgow, University of Edinburgh, etc., all have quite long history. Yeah. So second, UK has always been a very welcoming country. In the academic year of 2019 to 2020, there is a cohort of 556,000 international students in the UK. Okay, making it the second largest international students destination, just after United States. Okay, thirdly, UK universities offer a wide range of degree options, ranging from like acting, performance, up to like zoology, and not to mention the very popular programs like business, finance, engineering, computer science, etc. Okay, so compared to United States or Canada, UK has a shorter degree length, like its undergraduate degree. If you study in England, Wales, and Northern Ireland, then the undergraduate degree is normally 3 years only. While in the USA or Canada, it will take you 4 years to complete a bachelor degree. And for its taught master degrees in the UK, it normally is only 1 year, and some may be like 15 months. Yeah. Okay. So compared to Australia or United States or Canada, which normally offer like 1.5 years or 2 years master degree, UK's master degree is quite short. So saving a lot of money and time. And then if you study in UK, it's worth it to travel around in the UK as well as travel to the Europe. Because once you are in the UK, you can apply for the Schengen visa quite easily and travel by train, or by flight, quite easily to the France or Italy or other countries you have been dreaming of to going to. Okay. And the UK is a native English-speaking country. So while studying there, it can help you to improve your English skills, quite efficiently. And then just like similar as Australia, while you study UK, and you can work up to 20 hours per week during term time, and work full-time during holiday breaks if you are studying degree level. Yeah. And then since last year, if you started study bachelor or master last year and graduate this year, you can apply for 2 years post-study work visa. And if you study PhD degrees, then you can apply for 3 years of PSW visa. Okay. So while holding the PSW visa, you can look for jobs, you can officially work, or you can start your own business. Yeah. So basically, not much limitation while you're holding the PSW visa. And then it's finally the ranking. Okay. So according to the 2022 QS World University Ranking, United Kingdom has 8 universities ranked in the top 50 in the world, and 26 universities in the UK are ranked top 200. Okay, so in the United Kingdom, there are 162 higher education institutions. Most of them are ranked in the top 1,000 in the world. Okay. Okay, next I will give you a brief introduction about the UK education system and the qualification framework. Okay, like many other countries, the primary school in UK is 6 years from year 1 to year 6, while a secondary school has 7 years. 7 years length. So from year 7 to year 13. So the year 12 is the A-levels, AS level, and while the year 13 is the A2 level in the A-level qualification. Okay, next is a foundation program or international year 0, as stated by some other universities. Okay, so most of the time, foundation program and international year 0 is equivalent to level 4, RQF level 4. And then international year 1, or in Scotland, most of the time we call it international year 2, because as I mentioned previously, the bachelor degree in Scotland is 4 years. So if you graduate from high school in other countries, you can pursue the international year 2 in Scotland directly. Yeah. And then is HND. Maybe some of you heard of it before. It is equivalent to the first 2 years of a bachelor degree. Okay, so once you finish the HND qualification, you can undertake the top-up programs in the UK to complete a full bachelor degree. Okay, then is the bachelor degree. So in UK, there are Bachelor of Arts. In short, we call it BA. Bachelor of Science. In short, we call it BSc. Bachelor of Education, Bachelor of Engineering, etc. So yeah, as I mentioned previously, in England, Wales, and Northern Ireland, all these bachelor degrees are normally 3 years, while it is 4 years in Scotland. So just note the difference between Scotland and other regions in the United Kingdom. Then is a pre-master or graduate diploma. Normally, it is equivalent to RQF level 6, but some pre-masters equivalent to level 5. Okay, so next is the taught masters. In Australia, we call it master by coursework, but in UK, they call it taught master degrees. And versus research masters, that is master by research. So master by research is normally 2 years. We normally call it MIS in short, or MPHIL, Master of Philosophy. And finally, it's a PhD. So PhD's RQF level is level 8. So it's the highest level you can get in the UK. Okay, let's talk about the average cost to study in the UK. And as I mentioned, there are more than 150 higher education institutions in the UK. So the tuition fee range is quite wide. So you can see the foundation course tuition fee can ranging from 10K to 20K pounds per year. If it's a direct entry bachelor program, the fee is also quite different. So for some affordable universities, the fee is 10K, while for the top ranked university like University of Manchester, University College London, etc., the fee is quite expensive, so more than 20K per year. And for the medical course, just like other Western countries, the fee is highest among all the courses. So for postgraduate studies, some pre-master courses only 1 term, while some other pre-master courses can be up to 3 terms. So the fee range is even broad. And for the arts, humanities, and social science courses, the fee can be up to 25K per year. And for the business science and engineering courses, the fee can be up to 30K per year. But still, you can find some very affordable options, like around 15K per year for the business and science engineering degrees. Okay. And regarding the living expenses, according to the UK government, if you study in the Great London area, you need to prepare to spend around 1,300 pounds per month. While if you study in outside of the Great London area, then you need to prepare to spend around 1,000 per month. So these figures related to student visa, which I will talk about in the end. So please note that if you need to show the funds, you only need to show maximum of 9 months of funds, yeah, for the living expenses. Okay, the rankings. So when we talk about rankings for UK universities, we normally look at the Times and Sunday Times Good University Guide or the Guardian University Guide. Okay, so if we talk about the world university ranking, normally we will use QS as well. And there is another ranking called IEF rankings. So the IEF rankings is mainly focused on the research quality of each universities. And this ranking is published every 7 years, normally every 7 years. But this year, it has been delayed. So on May 12th, 2022, the IEF ranking for the 2021 will be announced at that time. So please save this website, and it will guide you to the 2021 at that time. And then this is a map of UK universities. Yeah, quite a lot. Because UK is not a big country, but it has a quite number of very good universities. And here you can see that normally students tend to study in the England part. So like London and like University of Exeter in the southern coast area. And in the middle part is like University of Nottingham Trent University, and University of Sheffield, University of Leeds, University of Manchester, etc. So in the further north, you can see Newcastle University, like Durham University, and Sunderland University, etc. And then in the Scotland area, you can find University of Edinburgh, University of Herod Watt, and University of Glasgow, University of Aberdeen, etc. So in the Wales part, you can find University of Cardiff, University of Wales, Swansea University, and in the Northern Ireland, you can find like QUB, Queen's University Belfast, which is also a very good university as well. So yeah, when you have time, you can look around the map. And next is about the UCAS. So UCAS is a website that can help students to launch application for undergraduate degrees. So yeah, so this is the UCAS website. So with this UCAS website, you can also use it to look for the programs you want to search. For example, you want to look for finance degrees. Then you just click search, and then you can look for either undergraduate degree or postgraduate degree. So then you click undergraduate, and it is ranked according to the alphabet orders. So University of Aberdeen, University of Abertay University, etc. So you can find most of the programs that are related to finance. Okay, so this is how it works. So yeah, look for all research courses and find open days or download some UCAS applications as well. Most importantly, we normally use it to launch online applications for the undergraduate degrees. So using the UCAS portal, you can apply for 5 choices normally, but for some other quite unique programs like medicine, veterinary, dentistry, etc., you can only select 4 choices while you launch through the UCAS system. Also, it will only take you 26 pounds if you apply for up to 5 choices. Okay, so equal consideration means if you select 5 choices, every choice will be considered equally. So it's not like if you got into your first choice, then the second choice won't be considered. Okay, every choice that you select will be considered equally. And invisibility means that, like, if you select University of Manchester or University of like Glasgow, then University of Manchester won't see that you apply for University of Glasgow as well. So that means this is what invisibility means. Other universities can't see that you applied for which other university. They can only see the choice that you made for that specific university. Okay. So this is a timeline for the 2022 intake year. So the portal has already opened on September 7th, and the first deadline is for the medicine, veterinary medicine, etc., and also for all the courses offered by Oxford or Cambridge as well. So the next deadline is for the normal application, which is January 26th. So preferably, you need to apply all the 5 choices before this deadline. But if you haven't done so, then you can use the extra, we call it extra. So when extra opens, if you haven't used all your 5 choices, you can add another choice by using this extra option. Okay. Yeah. So if you have received all your choices decisions by end of March, you must reply to any offers by today. So otherwise they will be declined. And finally, it's about the clearing. So clearing means if you haven't got any offer before this date, then you can contact each university individually and let them know about your score, and they will reply to you whether the program you want to apply for is still available or not. If it is still available and your score meets the entry requirement, then you can use the clearing option to apply for that program directly. So the UCAS application will require several application materials. First of all, it's a personal statement. So for the personal statement in the UCAS system, it's a bit different from the personal statement you used to apply for postgraduate degrees. So it has quite a lot of requirements. For example, the maximum will be 4,000 characters of 47 lines, including space. Yeah. So as I mentioned, you can apply for up to 5 choices, but you can only use one personal statement. So please let your students know that you need to select very similar or the same majors. For example, you want to apply for Bachelor of Business, just keep it narrowed down to business, or maximum maybe just business and management or business and finance. Don't choose like one program is business and the other program is engineering, because remember, you can only use one personal statement to apply for all the choices. Yeah, so this needs to be remembered. Also, there is no grammar check in the UCAS personal statement box. So you can write down in your Word document and check the spelling or grammar before you copy and paste it into the UCAS personal statement box. So what you need to include in your personal statement, first of all, of course, why you are suited to the chosen course and why you are motivated and dedicated, for example, to study in the UK, not in other countries. And do you have any relevant knowledge or experience, either like work experience, if you have any, or extracurricular experience like voluntary experience or internship experience, etc., that are specifically related to your chosen programs. And then how do you understand about the chosen course? For example, if you want to apply for Bachelor of Computer Science, then you need to mention have you done any research regarding this course? Yeah. And also, finally, how you can fit into the university culture and environment, and maybe how you can contribute to the university, yeah, while you study there. Just please still remember, don't mention any university's name in the UCAS personal statement. Yeah, unless you only apply for one university, then you are allowed to do so. So after receiving your applications, then the university will give you three results. One is unconditional offer directly if you have got all the academic score and the English language score ready, or conditional offer if like you haven't graduated from your high school or your English language score hasn't reached the language requirement yet, or maybe it's unsuccessful. Yeah, so 3 possible results. Or sometimes they can offer a place on an alternative course that if they think your qualification suits that specific course. Yeah. And sometimes the university will ask to see your portfolio or request an interview if they think it necessary after you submit your application. Yeah. So once you got all your results, then you need to reply to accept. So if you have more than one offers, then you can select one as a firm acceptance, the other as your insurance acceptance. Yeah. Then all the other offers you need to will be declined automatically if you select two offers. Yeah. Next, it's about applying for postgraduate programs. So normally the online application will start from September, yeah, like 1 year beforehand. And it will normally take around 2 to 3 weeks for you to receive a conditional offer or maybe unconditional offer if you have already met all the requirements. And then you need to pay deposit, but some universities don't require, or some programs maybe they don't require, and then accept offer. So once you graduate from your undergraduate degree, you can fulfill all the conditions, and then you will receive a conditional offer. And sometimes if your English language score doesn't meet the direct entry English language requirements, then the university will give you the option of package with pre-sessional English language course. So the pre-sessional English language course normally is around 4 weeks to up to 12 weeks. Yeah. So once everything is ready, you will receive the confirmation of acceptance of studies. In short, we call it CAS, just like the COE in Australia. Okay, and you will need to use the CAS to apply for student visa. Yeah, so after you get a student visa, you can apply for student accommodation as well. So application materials for postgraduate programs. First of all, it's of course transcripts. And since they receive many different kinds of transcripts from different countries, they will usually require grading scale in together with the transcripts. And then is letter of enrollment status if you haven't graduated from your undergraduate study yet, or degree certificate if you have already graduated. And thirdly, it's personal statement. So the content is kind of similar to the undergraduate personal statement, but the length it's more flexible. So some universities may require 500, like 1 page, or some other universities may require 1 to 2 pages. So you can, yeah, pay attention to the requirements while you write up your personal statement. And then a range of English language test score, okay? But for most of the universities, if you haven't got your English language score yet, you can submit the other application materials first and then get a conditional offer, then submit like English language test score to meet the English language condition, okay? And then is CV. If you required by some universities, or if you think it can add value to your application, then you can prepare a CV as well. Next is 1 to 2 reference letters. So if you are still studying in the undergraduate degree, then normally they will require 1 academic reference letter or 2 academic reference letter. If you have already graduated, then they normally require 1 academic reference letter and 1 professional reference letter. Okay. So finally, other internship certificates or maybe award certificates that are relevant or that you think are valuable for your application. Okay. And I need to mention about the difference between IELTS for UKVI or the normal IELTS academic. So as you may know, if you want to apply for foundation international year 1 pre-master pre-sessional English course, most likely they will require you to take either IELTS for UKVI or PTE academic UKVI, which was announced just this year. So if the programs that you apply for, it's a non-integrated CAS foundation program or international year one, or it is under degree level pre-master, then you need to take this specific English language test in order to apply for the visa. Okay, while we already mentioned about the pathway programs like foundation, international year one, international year two, pre-masters, etc. These are the very common education groups we will apply for in the UK. First of all, it's study group. So these universities' pathway programs are run by study group, and into runs these universities' pathway programs. Kaplan has these, okay? So Navitas has these. Cambridge Education Group has around 6 options, and OIEG, Oxford International Education Group, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 options. So to be more specific, I have provided you a range of choice of foundation program with ICAS. So if it's a foundation programs offer integrated CAS with undergraduate programs, then you do not need to take the IELTS for UKVI or PTE for UKVI. You can just take the normal IELTS or normal PTE, okay? And these foundation program packaged with the undergraduate programs, it's equivalent to RQF level 6, which means students can be allowed to work up to 20 hours per week during term time and full time during holiday breaks. So these programs are the most popular ones. Yeah, if students intend to work while studying in the UK for their foundation program. Okay, and next is the international year one program. Again, I selected a few international year one or international year two programs that can be packaged with bachelor degrees as well. Yeah. So again, it's equivalent to RQF level 6. You can work just like a normal undergraduate degree students. Yeah. So next is pre-master programs. Some students may worry that if they apply for pre-master programs, they may not be able to bring their spouse and children. But for this list, I have provided you. These pre-masters offer ICAS with master programs and equals to RQF level 7. So students are allowed to bring their spouse and the children. Yeah, quite unique. So once you receive our PowerPoint, you can take a detailed look. So the academic term or semester in the UK is like this. So autumn term is normally the start of an academic year. So from September to June, if it's an undergraduate degree. For the postgraduate degree, it's normally from September to the next year September, 1 year. But some other universities, they offer January intake for either postgraduate degree or undergraduate degree. Yeah, so I will give you a list soon. For foundation or international year 1 or international year 2, it's more flexible. So there's several intake options that you can choose from. For pre-master as well, so it can be start from June or July to the next year's June, or start from September to the next year's June, or from January to the next year, to the same year's August. Yeah. Okay, these are the popular January or February intake options. Okay, I have provided you around 30 universities that offer January or February intake. So you can take a detailed look, once you receive our PowerPoint. Because students still have time to apply for January or February intake, and by that time, I think the COVID-19 situation in UK will be much better, I think. Okay, finally, is about the visa part. So as you may know, in 2020 October, the new student route visa replaced the Tier 4 route. Okay, so the earliest you can apply for a visa is 6 months before you start your course. Yeah, so it will normally you will normally get a decision within 3 weeks. And then if you apply from inside the UK, the earliest you can apply is 3 months before your course starts. Yeah. And when can you travel to the UK? If your course is less than 6 months, then you can arrive up to 1 week before. If it is more than 6 months course, then you can arrive up to 1 month before. And these are the application fee for the student visa. So what documents you need? First of all, of course, it's a passport and passport size photograph, the CAS, and evidence of English language proficiency. Okay, and then it's a tuberculosis screening, and you can check the clinic, which clinics are approved by the UK Home Office. And also on your CAS, it will tell you what qualifications you need to provide during the visa stage. Financial requirements, as I mentioned previously, if you study in outside of London area, then you need to prepare £1,023 times 9. This is the living cost plus the tuition fee for the first year. And if you study outside London, you need to prepare 1,334 Great British pounds times 9, plus the first year's tuition fee. And you need to attach the translation as well if your documents are in other languages. And also, just like Australia, you need to purchase healthcare. So I have listed a few useful websites you can use to check for more details. And what is ATAS? So ATAS is for some science or technology related programs. And when you apply for that program, it will mention clearly that you need to do the ATAS if you are from the countries other than these. Okay, so most likely it's like related to weapon or like chemical science, etc. That may related to weapons. Police registration. So you can check here whether your countries need to do the police registration after you arrive in the UK. Okay, finally, it's about the partner and children, your partner and children. So as I mentioned previously, if you studied on a RQF level 7 or above degree that lasts 9 months or longer, then you can bring your spouse or children. And spouse means like your husband, wife, or civil partner, or maybe even an unmarried partner as well. So your children must be under 18 years. Okay. So on this situation, you can bring your partner and children. And for each of your partner or children, you need to prepare additional money for them when you apply for the visa. So, for example, if you study in London, then for your wife, you need to prepare additional 845 per month. If you want to bring both of your wife and like one daughter, then you need to prepare 845 times 2 times 9. Okay, this is how they calculate the funding requirement. Okay. Finally, it's about the PSW visa I mentioned previously. So if you graduate from summer 2021 this year, then you can apply for the PSW visa if you study the undergraduate degree or master degree. Then you can get 2 years PSW visa. If you graduate from PhD degree, then you can get 3 years PSW visa. And most importantly, due to the COVID-19 impact, the UK government has confirmed that if you studied online, for example, starting from this year, then you need to arrive latest before 6 April 2022 in order to be qualified for this PSW visa. Okay, so this is how the PSW visa works. Okay, so I think that's all for today's training. I think because UK is not so relevant to like immigration, so the programs you want to choose can be anyone, and yeah, any program. So it's kind of simpler than Australia. Yeah. So yeah, but I think that's all for my presentation today. Let me see other questions. Okay.
Yeah, there's some questions here.
Yeah. Yeah, we will send you the recording and PowerPoint after this training. Do you work with independent agents? Yes, we work with a lot of independent agents from different countries. Or maybe you want to leave your email address in the chat box.
Right. Yes, I think he sent his email. So
okay,
yeah, I have that now.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. And foundation students without UCAS, does it mean they cannot work part-time even age over 18? Yes. Yes. If it's like level, normally foundation is level 3, so they are not allowed to work even they are over 18. Yeah. About the visa fees that bring family to the they need to pay the visa as well. Because in Australia, this one I need to double check for you. You mean the application fee, right? The application fee we need to Vita. Can you leave your or maybe you can send your email to me as well. So Vita, I will check for you for the application fee for the spouse and children and get back to you. Can you leave your email address or maybe send me an email address as well? So my mom student had finished her PCL and want to apply without. I don't think it's possible because the students graduate too early. So normally they can accept is normally the students graduate within 2 years from fully English language program. Yeah. Yes, most of the PhD programs also offer commission as well. So if your students have already contacted the supervisor and get everything ready, feel free to send the documents through us. Yeah. The year gap, it's also depends because like Australia, sometimes they will assess whether the working experience is related to the programs they want to apply for. If you can get reasonable excuses in your personal statement, like why you have such a long gap, then I think still the universities will consider the application. Yeah. So in the Q&A box, has UK already over more than Yes, UK is still open. So they give like green light or yellow light or amber light for different countries. So depending on which countries are you from, you have different quarantine policy. Yeah. Is it possible for parents to accompany students to fly to the UK? That one, if the student is under 18, I think it's possible. Does the student need to be quarantined when arrives there? Yes, as I mentioned, different students from different countries, they will have different quarantine procedures. Yeah, if you are from like green light countries, then you basically don't need to be quarantined in UK. Do students need to have sponsored company before apply for PSW? No, they don't need. Just like Australia, if you apply for PSW, you only need to, you can just apply by yourself without any sponsorship. So IELTS requirement for master degree, it ranges from 6.0 to 7.5, yeah, depending on the university and program. It's a 3-year bachelor degree is at 4 months, especially for gender studies. 3-year bachelor degree in Nepal. Hi, Bo, do you know normally what's the length in Nepal, the bachelor degree? Is it 4 years or?
I think it's in Nepal. Who asked that? Oh, okay.
Chandamala, yeah.
Oh,
Because I'm
yeah.
not so familiar with Nepal. I think
I
if you
think
can leave
normally it's 3.
normally
But
it's
yeah,
3, right?
we'll double check. We'll double check.
Okay. So normally, if it's normally 3 years, I think it's still acceptable by UK universities. But
Yeah.
if they don't accept, then you can apply for the pre-masters that offers ICAS option. So while you study pre-master, you can still work just as a normal master degree students. So what is the next intake for the master degree program? So the earliest you can apply for is January intake. Once you receive the PPT, you can take a detailed look and find your options. Or if you already have our social chat, you can leave a message to us. Then we will get back to you as well. Okay.
Yeah. Any more questions from anyone? And yes, BJ, we will. Good to see you here, BJ. We will send the presentation to everyone who has attended and anyone who registered for this event. So we will send you the PPT after the conclusion of this webinar training.
Okay. Yeah. So thanks again, guys, for your attendance today, and hopefully you can all become our partners, and hopefully we can have a long-term
Yes,
relationship. Yeah.
exactly. Great. All right. If there's no more questions, I think we'll finish it here, and I'll make sure that we send out the PowerPoint to everyone later today.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.